Good evening, wherever you're watching us live here. We are bringing of course, the third division West Coast regions, rather, third division semi-final fixture. This is between Busumbala Dodge Lions and, of course, Jam City, the team that travels from Jamanjeli, and, of course, Busumbala Dodge Lions is a team that is currently residing in Busumbala. And then these are the two teams that are currently battling it out here to get their way to the West Coast Regions Football Association's third division final. But whichever team wants to reach to that particular showdown must firstly do away with this particular two giants here. It has to be Jam City or Busumbala Dutch Lion that will obviously make their way to the final for this year's West Coast Region Football Association's male third division qualifiers. And before we move forward, we are firstly going to give you the starting 11 for both sides. Of course, we are going to start with the home side, that is the Busumbala Dodge Lion side. They start with Sana Njai, who wears the number 27 jersey for them. Nuha Kambi, number 1, is the goalkeeper for the team. Gabriel Jaite wears the number 21 jersey. Modulamin Sisi, number 2. Bubakar Kamara, number 15. Bakari Jaite, number 28. Number 25 is Ansu Jame. And we have Sambu Jalo, who wears the number 18 jersey. Number 20 is Lamin Sanyang. And of course, you have Lamin Sisi and Modu Mendy completing the 11 for them, wearing the number 16 and number 10 jersey for the Busumbala Dutch Lion side. And for their opponents, they start in goal with Sekou Njai as usual, and then the team captain Bubai Giba starts for them. Mohamed Jata also starts in the right full back position. Usman Sidi in the flanks, one of the flanks there. Mohamed Lamin Marong, who leads the line for the Jam City side, and you have for the David Kabia also starts for them in the left full back position. Nicola Giba starts in the midfield for the Jam City side. Bubakar Jalo, of course, partners Buba Giba in the heart of the defense for the Jam City side. Usman Bojang also playing in the midfield. Matar Job, one of the best players in this particular Jam City side, also starts, and you have completing the 11 for the Jam City side is Ali Sisi. And it is an early free kick for the Busumbala Dodge Lion side here, not far from the 18-yard area, at a very, very impressive position for them. Depends who takes charge of the delivery of this particular free kick, as Sekunjai will be preparing shortly to take charge of the prevention rather from this particular free kick here into their own area. And then you can see Usman Sidi rather currently, and Modlamin Marong are the two players that are currently in the up front for the Jam City side. They are not there to defend as for now. You can also see about the three of other defensive players as well are now back for the Busumbala Dutch Lions here, and trying to making so they neutralize the dangers that Usman and of course Modlamin Marong will eventually impact on their defense line whenever the ball is cleared off their line. And green light is now been given by the center referee. It is Mendy or the team captain. The team captain takes charge, but it flies over the crossbar. Modlamin Sisi's shot. That was a good delivery from Modlamin Sisi of the Busumbala Dutch Lion side, but it flies a little over the crossbar. Sekunjayan understands or knows that particular shot would not trouble him. He sends a long ball there. Dutch Lion heads, but Nicola Giba turns beautifully inside the center circle. Looks up to Bubakar Jalo now. Bubakar Jalo, one of the center defenders, received the ball to Fode now. Fode David Kabia moving forward, trying to connect Osman. Too much pace on the ball out. Osman trying to connect to the ball, but Ali Sise will chase, and Busumbala Dutch Lions clears their line to Gabriel Jaite. And the Gabriel Jaite clears the line, and it is going to be a throw into the Busumbala Dutch Lion side. Firstly, as the ball flies outside the perimeter of the field. Now the David Kabia, of course, is going to take charge of the delivery of this throw for the Jam City side. He's a regular starter for Jam City side. Places the ball short to Usman, who chested the ball down to him. Beautifully moving inside around the 18-yard area. Cross comes in, and now is Ali. The second touch on the ball was too heavy, and Mendy collects the possession for the Busumbala Dodge Lions side, who are now surging forward. But Nicholas Jiba is there to defend against this particular attack here, as Busumbala Dodge Lions returns the ball back to their own area, and then moving forward this time they will need to clear their line. Mendy collects for the Dodge Lions side, places the ball. Good football there from the Busumbala Dodge Lions side, who remain unbeaten according to the information that we have or that we've collected before coming into this particular game in the CS 3rd Division qualifiers for the West Coast Region Football Association. And moving forward now, Dodge Lions, but great touch there coming from 40 for the Jam City side as they regain possession, trying to connect the run of Molamin Marong, but it has been intercepted there, and then the team captain Buba Giba heads the ball down to Seku Njai, who handles the ball, plays the ball short to Bubakar Jalo, but who plays the ball to Osman, and then Osman plays the ball back to his namesake rather, and now Usman Sedi receives the ball once more. Not in his, places the ball back to Buba Jalo. Usman collects the ball again, plays the ball to Bojang. Bojang trying to dribble past one, trying to connect the run of Molamin Maro. Now collects the ball, moving forward. He has an option there for, now it is Matar Job, of course, very pacey player for the Jam City side, and one of the trickiest one you will see on this particular pitch here. Is currently been caught on offside. Remember, in the previous game that they have played in, we have seen the Matar's impact was the decider for the Jam City side to win that particular contest. And then moving forward here, sends a long ball there, but Busumbala Smendi has been caught now, this time on offside, as he tries to open the mark for his side. But the defensive setup for the Jam City side did not allow him to do so, as they place there, as they continue rather with their defensive discipline in the game. Cho or Buba Giba, the team captain, places the ball back to Seku Njai. Now Bubakar Jalo receives the ball, one of the central defenders for the Jam City side. Returns the ball to Seku Njai, the netminder. Now Buba Giba, the team captain, receives the ball. Sends a long ball towards the run of Molamin Marang, but it's been headed out here by the Dodge Lions defense line. Bubakar Gassama, to be precise, heads the ball out, and Jam City collects now. Nicola Giba places the ball inside the area for Usman Bojang. Bojang connects. Bubakar Jalo now. Good football there from the left fullback, and now Ali Sisi trying to dribble past his marker. Ali still trying to do the needful for his side, places the ball back to one of the central defenders, and then Bojang receives the ball this time. It is Jalo now to Sekunjai. The netminder, of course, is involved, and now places the ball to the team captain Giba. Giba connects Mohammed Jata in the far end. The Jam City's right fullback. Jata places the ball back to Sekunjai once more. Now Njai receives the ball as he plays the ball back to one of the central defenders, Bubakar Jalo. And now Mohammed Jata receives the ball and then places the ball back. Molamin Marong, they are caught on offside. Of course, he is one of the deadliest strikers, and this is a West Coast Region Football Association 3rd Division qualifiers. Mohammed Lamin Marong, whenever he's given an opportunity or the opponents are not able to deal with the threat, of course he can penalize them anytime. Moving forward this time, Usman, beautiful football there by Usman Sidi. Now moving forward, taking on against one of the defenders, places the ball to Molamin Marong, who powered the ball, but the netminder was there to save that ball. And then moving forward again, that was the first chance from the Jam City side, very close this time. As you can see, Usman Sedi, one of the brilliant played for the Jam City side, if not the best player, places the ball or take on 2 or 3 defenders, and then places the ball well for Molamin Maron, who powered the ball home, but the netminder was as well positioned and then powered the ball, denying Molamin Maron from opening the mark here after a brilliant set of play or link of play between him and, of course, Osman Sedi. Moving forward, Ali receives the ball now. Ali places the ball back now to Jalo, and now Usman Bojang receives the ball. Bojang connects the team captain now, Buba Giba. Now it is Mohamed Jata inside the area. Ali Sisi trying to dribble pass his marker, does well, places the ball to Buba now. Bubakar Jalo, and now Usman receives the ball once more. Beautifully passed there, trying to connect the run of Fode David, but it was intercepted along the way. Moving forward, it is, of course, it's the foul. It's time, and Usman Bojang for the Jam City side is being penalized for a foul as he concedes that for his side, and again he is currently on a yellow. As you can see, he tries to stop the run of one of the players for their opponents. This time it is the number 16. Of course, Lamin Cisse, and Cisse goes to the ground. Central Referee isn't happy with that, and it is going to be executed here by Lamin Cisse, the team captain for the Buzumbala Dutch Lions side, who prepares to take the shot or deliver that free kick as he waits the central referee to give the green light. He sends a low ball there. Jam City heads out. Now Usman chested the ball down for the Jam City side as he breaks the ball. Good force touch. Places the ball back to Sekunjai, of course the netminder, who connects Bubakar Jalo now in the far end. Bubakar places the ball to Bojang Usman. Now Bojang to David Fode. Fode David plays the ball back to the team captain Buba Giba, who tries to connect, but Usman regains the position and then eventually winning the throw for his side. Fode places the ball to Ali. Beautifully done there by Ali. A great work from Ali. The faithfuls of Jambanjele loves that. And they are moving forward now. It is going to be a free kick this time. Also at an impressive position. Let's see how Jam City are going to deliver this free kick. Of course, you have Fode David Kabia is there. So as Usman Sedi is also there. One of these two players here is currently preparing to take charge of the delivery. It is either going to be Fode David Kabia or Usman Sedi. Now whistle gone. Usman Sedi places the ball to Molamin Maron, who backheels beautifully, and now Usman receives the ball. Cross comes in inside the area and towards the team captain, but it was a well crossed ball from Usman Sedi, a youngster from Jambanjeli. Places the ball well for the team captain Buba Giba, who noted the ball home, and Jam City have now taken the lead here into this particular game. Jam City are already up and running here, are currently on the verge of getting their way to the finals. It is, of course, Jam City currently 1, and then their opponents, Busumbala Dodge Lions, 0. Let's see which of these sides here will eventually go home with this particular victory. But currently it is the boys from Jambanjeli who have led in the game by a lone goal to 0. A beautiful, well-worked ball there from Usman Sedi, who places the ball to Molamin Mara. Molamin back hits the ball. Then Usman receives the balls once more around the 18-yard area, crosses the ball, denying all the defenders for their opponents, and then places the ball well for his team captain, who headed the ball home, and his team is now currently leading here by a lone goal to 0. Dodge Lions starts the play now. Then Jalo will defend, places the ball to Fode, beautifully thrown there by Fode. Now Usman receives the ball, Turns beautifully, but he's been dispossessed now. Moving forward. Giba now moving forward. Jaite. Jatarad are now moving forward. It is Ali now. Ali, an option provided for him by Modlamin. Ali's shot comes in, but off the post. A growing momentum for Jam City in the game. After they have scored this particular goal here. And it's a great fight there. Usman receives the ball once more, goes to the ground. It's a foul. And Jam City wins a foul here. Courtesy of Usman Sedi, who is currently grounded here. And then the he's back on his feet now, and then ready to continue taking part in the game. Usman, the provider for the goal that Jam City are currently leading here. It was a well-worked goal from Usman. He took the responsibility for the free kick, plays the ball for Molamin Marong, who backhits the ball towards the running player, and then Usman receives the ball once more from the Jam City's player, and then his beautiful cross was led to, of course, his team captain, and then now there it is Matar, one of the trickiest now, taking on against his marker in the far end. Matar does well, coming in, cuts inside the area, but his shot is now being blocked here, and then Jam City will now regroup behind as their opponents Busumbala Dutchland regain possession. Places the ball back to their netminder there. Already we have played 16 minutes into this contest, or 17 minutes. It still remains 1-0 in favor of the Jam City side as they continue to search for the. That was a terrible error there from the goalkeeper, but Jam City are now trying to regroup. The fight continues there around the 18-yard area. Cross comes in, blocked there by Mohamed Jata, who continues to fight here. Mohamed Jata continues to fight, and now Jam City, Nicola regains the possession for Jam City, and now Usman receives the ball. Sedi, tricky, places the ball to Nicola, who turns, and then Nicola has been penalized for a foul this time. He was already on the ground and then trying to play the ball, but that would have been a terrible error from the Jam City's netminder Sekunjai, who was left by the defenders to catch the ball, but instead his first touch as he tries to break the ball before getting his hands onto it was a poor one, and he struggles there against the threat that he received from the forward players there, but eventually he was trying to clear his line, but still the danger is not averted here. And then cross comes in this time here. Jam City hits out through Bojan now, and Dutch Lions are now regrouping there, trying to find a way out. But for now, it's been difficult for them. Player goes to the ground once more, and this time Molamin Marong is being penalized for a foul on the Dutch Lions player, as Molamin Sisi, the team captain for Dutch Lions, and Molamin Marong now gets the ball off him, moving forward around the 18-yard area. Molamin Marong goes to the ground, and nothing has been awarded by the center referee, as Usman receives the ball now, plays the ball to Molamin Marong, who shot, but it is blocked here. So you can see the Jam City faithfuls are not happy with that, claiming for a penalty against, or a foul against Molamin Marong, but the center referee was following the ball, and then he decides that nothing was actually wrong there. And then the man in charge of this particular game, of course, the center referee is Aliu Kamara, assisted there by Kaniman Kamara, and of course Harry Jallo is the second assistant referee. And we have Modu T. Seka as the fourth official, and of course Gibu Seka who is currently the referee's assessor for this particular game. Gibusar rather is the assessor for this particular game for the center referees. And then moving forward now, Jalo, beautifully done there by him, places the ball to Fode. Fode now moves forward as he drives along the line, places the ball back to Ali, who is well positioned. Ali is trying to connects Matar Job in the far end now. Matar moving forward as he shot, but it was a low one there. Matar Job, he is one of the danger men for the Jam City side. Fode receive the ball again. This time Molamin Marong and Matar moving inside the 18-yard area. Matar goes to the ground, but nothing has been given against the Dutch Lions defense line, and then there as well. But this time it's a foul against Usman Bojang. And Jam City continues to prevent their backline as they as well continue to add up their advantage into the game. Sekunjai receives the ball once more. He breaks the ball, takes his time, places the ball to the team captain, Buba Giba, who places Nicola Giba, and Buba collects the ball once more, trying to connect the run of one of his players, Mohamed Jata, and then Nicola Giba has been penalized there for a foul. As Jam City will be working on to defend this particular set piece as well. But it has been a great start to this semi-final for the Jam City side. To remind you that you're watching us live from the Brikama Boxbar Mini Stadium. Of course, it is the West Coast Regions Football Association's third division semi-final between Busumbala Dutch Lions and of course Jam City. Sends a long ball there inside the area, header comes in, and then but already Dutch Lions are penalized for offside. And currently it is the away side, of course, the Jam City Football Club that are currently leading here by a lone goal to nil, after it was beautifully provided to the team captain Buba Giba by, of course, one of their best players into the game, Usman Sedi, who worked the ball well and then lays it for the team captain, who was inside the 18-yard area or around the 6-yard area, and heads the ball beyond the reach of the netminder for their opponents. Moving forward, chested the ball down, player goes to the ground, and not Boubacar Jallo this time, Matar has been penalized for a foul. He's a great worker there, Matar, and of course Usman. Whenever his team loses the ball or whenever his team is defending, they will drop deep to help their defense line. And of course when they are also attacking, you see that energy in them in trying to make it so that they create that dangerous moments for their opponents. And they have been doing that very well since their quarterfinal games, their quarterfinal game against their opponents. And today as well is another exceptional day for the two young lads, Matar Job and of course the number 7 Usman Sedi. As Dutch Lions now moving forward, trying to send a long ball there, but the ball, too much power on the ball as it flies beyond the reach of the other player, and Ali lost the ball there. And this time it is going to be for the David Kabia to again take charge of the delivery of this particular throw. Yet again connects Ali in the far end. Ali receives the ball around the corner flag area. They are trying to place the ball well. Yes, he does. But Fode's delivery wasn't the best of the deliveries. And this time Mendy receives the ball for the Busumbala Dutch Lions side as Usman, not Usman, of course, Buba Kar trying to stop him. But that was a great defending there from the team captain, Buba Giba. who allows Sekunjai to come off his line and then handles that ball with ease. Sends a good ball there towards Ali, but Ali could not get the ball. And moving forward, Molamin Marang, but foul. An initial one was given against the Jam City side. That was caused by Ali, of course, Sisi. Dutch Lions now starts the play there. Sends a long ball there towards the netminder, but it was well handled there. 40 receives the ball. Connects Ali now, who trying to move forward. The Dutch Lions side now regroup there. Places the ball back to the netminder, of course, who is Nuha Kambi. Nuha is taking his time. He looks up, trying to connect the one of his defenders, Gabriel Gaite. Gabriel returns the ball back to the netminder Kambi, of course, Nuha. But Jam City now receives the ball there, and it is Usman Bojang who has been dispossessed of the ball. Moving forward this time. Places the ball back towards the number 15 Boubacar Gassama. And now the Dutch Lions side are trying to make it so that they also get themselves at least a goal into the game. Turns beautifully, and now Usman Sidi receives the ball now. Places the ball for Ali. Ali, now option is provided for him inside the area. Molamin Maron is there, of course. Usman Sidi has also made a way there, and together with Matar. Job is also there, but he opted for the one of the central defenders, Jalo, and then it is Usman Bojan now who connects the team captain, Giba. And Giba sends a long ball trying to connect the run of Fode, but he's been caught in an offside there by Harry Jalo, of course, the second assistant referee in the far end. Nuha Kambi places the ball to one of the central defenders in the far end for the Bushumbara Dutch Lions side, Boubacar Gassama, who connects Kambi again. Gassama receives the ball once more, now towards the number 27 who receives the ball, Sananjai. Back to Kambi, and then connects one of the players as well, who turns beautifully there, trying to connect the run of his forward players there. The ball is still in play, but this time already and Giba places the ball to Bojang, and now Sekun Jai receives the ball from his team captain. Segu is not in a hurry, understanding that they are currently leading here by a lone goal to nil, and that lone goal could be enough for them to make their way to the finals of this year's West Coast Regions Football Association's third division qualifiers. And then but Dutch Lions receives the or regain possession now towards one of the good force touch, who tries to dribble pass 1 or 2, but Jalo does well against him. And this time Bojang sends a good ball there towards Matar in the far end. One of the trickiest now, very pacey player inside the 18-yard area, powered there, and Molamin Marong will receive that ball there. Molamin Marong turns, but Dutch Lions continues to clear their line, and then eventually they have now succeeded in doing that, moving forward. But that was a great counter-attack and football there from Matar, who was all alone there with 3 defenders who were trying to stop him, and then but eventually he powered the ball to the rescue of their opponents. It is the netminder Nuha Kambi who palmed the ball away, but Molamin receives the ball, and they trying to move forward, but a group of defenders were also there to deny him from getting the needful for their side. Moving forward, Ali connects Matar again. Matar Job again against his marker in the far end. Places the ball to the run of Mohamed Jatarada, who received the ball beautifully done there by Mohamed. An option is provided for him now. Places the ball to Molamin Maron now. Mohamed receives the ball back again. Molamin Maron now connects Usman Bojang. Jam City are currently enjoying the possession here. Of course, leading by a lone goal to nil, and currently enjoying the possession here. You can hear that clap from the fans who are affiliated with Jam City, understanding that this is a team, yes, that can win this year's West Coast Regions Football Association Third Division League, and then eventually fighting their way through the triangles so they can go to the or qualify themselves to the second division once more. Now already we have played 30 minutes into the first half, and it remains Jam City 1, Busumbala Dodge Lions 0. And in the commentary cabin here, it is myself, Kemo Kanye, and I'm joined here, of course, by Hassan, who will also be giving you his views of this particular contest currently. Hassan, welcome to the Brikama Box Barmini Stadium. And of course, this is a semi-final game of the West Coast Regions Football Association's third division. It's a semi-final between one of the two best giants in the league. That is, of course, Busumbala Dutch Lions, who remain unbeaten since the start of this year's third division, as per the information that we've gathered before coming here. While one of the favorite as well to winning this year's third division for the West Coast region is, of course, the Jam City side, who have taken the lead here in the first, 15 minutes, and then they still continue to dictate the pace of the game, creating goal scoring opportunities for themselves, but we have seen them continually being denied by their opponents here. Your assessment so far in the game?
Thank you very much, Kemo. Well, so far it's a fantastic game as far as what I watch is concerned. Anyways, these are both teams that are definitely well structured. Looking at Jam City, their side, they have one of the greatest sides in the GFF Third Division League as far this year is concerned. And elsewhere, looking at the Gambia Dutch Lion, a team that is already matured, a team that have brothers that they look into, a team that has not conceded a goal in the a defeat in this Third Division League. Is absolutely doing it well. Looking at some of their bowlers, their back line, such as Hector, a player that I know, who have been doing it amazingly well for his side. But I know that definitely that this encounter would not be easy. It's a game that calls for everything. It's a game that you know you have nothing to rest. It's a game when you lose, you are going out of the competition. So both the two sides are definitely well prepared for this game. And I know Jam City that they have great players. Looking at their side, their forward, it's indeed very difficult to stop from not scoring. And of course, they have already saw that to the unbeaten team in this third division league. The only way they can bounce back, Kemo, is for when they score. If not, they are going out. But I know Jam City wouldn't want them to score, and when they score, it is going to be more and more tense. I'm seeing this game a result different with 1-0 win. Thank you.
Very well, that is the opinion of a co-commentator, of course, Hassan, who has given his candid opinion about this particular proceedings here, as he has observed since the start of the game here. Jam City would want to making sure that they continue preventing their backline and trying to prevent their opponents from scoring against them, while their opponents as well wouldn't want to concede any further goal here, but it still remains a great work between the two, as Jam City are currently leading here by a lone goal 2-0. Now cross comes in this time, Sekunjai comes off his line, handles the ball, places the ball quickly to Matar. Now Matar having an option there, and then places the ball towards the run, but he's been caught offside. Usman Sedi, a great run from Usman, a well-connected ball to him by Matar Job, but the second assistant in the far end, Harry Jallo, penalizes Usman for offside. The fans did not buy that decision, but the sole decision makers here remains the officials of the game. Usman Boubacar Rada Jallo receives the ball, places the ball to Buba Giba, the team captain, And now Mohamed Jata receives the ball. Jata cuts inside, trying to connect Bojang, but they have been dispossessed. And this time, Mendy receives the ball for Dutch Lions side inside the area. Let's see what they will be able to do here. Powered the ball there, but it flies over the crossbar. That was another good chance for the Dutch Lions side. And they are currently trailing here by a lone goal to nil. Sekunjai plays a quick ball. Now it is Mohamed Jata who places the ball back to one of the central defenders, Boubacar Jallo. Jallo moving with the ball, places the ball to Osman, who receives the ball, good first touch, places the ball back to their defense line, of course to the team captain, who looks up and dribbles past one, trying to connect. Yes, Mohamed Jata receives the ball now. Bojang. It is now Mohamed Ramin Maron who drops deep to receive the ball and then places the ball to the central defender Jallo, but Dutch Lions regains possession now. Turns beautifully inside the center circle. One of the center defenders now who turns, places the ball towards Gassama in the far end, who receives the ball. And now around the dividing line, Dutch Lions again moves the ball back as Jam City are not in a haste to take any decision here. They are trying to play behind the ball whenever their opponents are on them. Now they receive the ball, Jam City, towards Osman now. Beautifully done there by Osman to Giba. Giba has been blocked, and this time it's been cleared away. Giba Nicola has been penalized for a foul. And the center referee is currently having some words with Nicola Gibarada, perhaps trying to caution him not to commit such a foul as the game proceeds here. Moves forward, it is going to be delivered here, but Molamin Sisse has been deemed favorite to take that, but Sambu Jallo as well is there. Now Sambu takes charge, places the ball to the number 16 Lamin C. Lamin C trying to dribble past his marker there, but the ball comes off Osman's head as he drop deep to help his defense line. It's an offside there against the Gambia Dutch Lions. And Jam City would not be in a haste, or are not in a haste to deliver that set piece. Quickly taking, the team captain has now received the ball. Buba Jallo places the ball to Buba Gibarada, places the ball to Boubacar Jallo now. And Usman Bojan turns, involves the team captain, who connects Molamin Marang, but again, offside, says Hari Jallo. You can say the supporters of Jamanjeli are not happy with that, but the sole decision makers in the game remains the officials, I mean Hassan.
Definitely. This is not agreed by the fans. It will only be remain there with the crowd. But the final decision is with the central referee. But Kemo Kanye, looking at this game at the moment, it's definitely interesting. Jam City are leading the scoreline. But when it comes to ball possession aspect, Busumba Gambia Dutch Lions are definitely sharing possession with the Jam City and also creating more of chances since my arrival here. And of course, you could definitely see that there's hunger for them scoring this game. And also looking at some other ways that I do normally see Pa Ali Cisse, Molamin Kamara, Matar, and Usman Dada. Is definitely a different way today. I don't know how tactical is the Gambia Deutschland trying to play formation under, because I know these lads that whenever they keep the ball in the fourth line for Jam City is always a nightmare for the opponents. But today you will definitely see all the time that Usman Mohamed Lamin Marong get into the deep side, trying to connect football and let Usman Sedi and also Pa Ali Cisse to add up in the top front. You will see somebody, a defender would definitely have to go follow him there. It's like there's a man mark over Mohamed Lamin Marong after getting to understand how much he is dangerous in the goal scoring. So I think this is one of the two things that are helping the Gambia Deutschland at the moment and trying to use every pace possible to defend them, because I know how whenever these forward get this space, they are definitely going to capitalize on that. But Jam City also have a lot to defend. They have a lot of defense from not scoring Gambia Deutschland in this afternoon here.
Very well, Asan. The Deutschland setup, especially their defensive setup, are trying to make it so they neutralize the dangers that they will receive from Matar Job, Molamin Marong, and of course Usman Sedi. These are very, very tricky players, and then they understand this. So when coming to the game as a coach, you need to, place your tactics against the most dangerous players from the opponents. And then you will see when the goal was coming, it was Usman who created the goal, because he's very, very difficult to deal with. His threat is very, very difficult to deal with it. And again, we have also seen Matar Job, whenever he receives the ball there, it is always very, very difficult for his opponent to stop him. You have seen him coming close on several occasions, but there the goalkeeper as well, Noha, Kambi for the Deutschland side, is also doing very, very well for the Gambia Deutschland between the sticks in trying to stop Molamin Marong, Usman Sedi, and the other young player there, Ali Cisse, and of course you have Matar Job in the far end. So these are very, very, tricky players, and then these are very, very dangerous players up front for Jam City. So it has become very, very difficult. At the start, they start the game very good against them in trying to make it so they neutralize whatever danger they will come up with. But you know, when talents are counted, sometimes it becomes very, very difficult for defense line to continue dealing with the threat. And then this is one of the difficult moments that the Gambia Dutch Lions were trying to deal with. But eventually, we have seen one very good chance fall to Usman Sedi. He set up his team captain very well, and then denying all the defenders from getting the ball, even though they have very lanky players there. But when you see the ball that Usman Sedi rather places to Cho, and then who comes from far behind, you understand that he is a player, he is a very, very intelligent player. And this time powered, but it is Sekunjaya was well positioned. So you understand that Usman targeted his central defender, and also who's also the team captain, Cho, and then Cho just come in and then powered the ball, nodded the ball inside the area, and then this is the goal that they are currently leading. And then it is Matar now who received the ball, trying to connect the run of Molamin Marong, and now towards Usman. Usman plays the ball to Matar now. Matar powered. It's been stopped here. And then this was exactly what I was telling you. You can see the link of play between Matar, Molamin Marong, and then Usman Sedi. This any defense that they played against, you are going to get a very, very bad nightmare. And then they continue to struggle with their pace, and of course the dangers that they will impose on them.
Yeah, looking at Molamin Marong, he is very good on the ball, and he can get the better of a defender 1v1. But I know one thing, that his pace is his strength is his speed. But knowing the back line for Dutch Lion, knowing Hector, the number 21 for Dutch Lion, he's one of those defenders that you cannot beat them with speed. He's always intelligent. He always reminds me of Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. When you are always playing against him, he always not trying to force on the tactical formation how you play. But what he does is that he will just mark you, and then let the partner defender to be doing the donkey work for him. He's always so tactical and then very fast in his reaction. I think this is one of the two things that are also helping Deutschland. And also Noah Kambi, the netminder, the custodian for Deutschland, is also an amazing goalkeeper. I watch over his game in Farato several times that I am also behind him watching his game. It's always difficult to beat him from a distant angle. But I am definitely seeing a tense backline for Deutschland against Jam City. Both sides, the strength of Deutschland is the defending, and also the strength of Jam City is scoring. So it's definitely going to be a tense moment.
Very well. A tense game here, and then 2 minutes of additional time has already been raised here, and Jam City remains the leaders in the game. And then moving forward this time, it is Mohamed Jata who has been dispossessed of the ball, and then Dutch Lions continue to defend. Player goes to the ground, foul. And 2 minutes for Jam City to continue leading the game, while their opponents also have 2 minutes. And the banks for the timing here to get themselves to a parity, but currently it's been very, very difficult for them trying to penetrate the back line for their opponents here. As Molamin Marong, Usman Sidi, and of course Matar Job continues their threat, continue to pile that pressure and creating a lot of troubles for the Dutch line defensive setup. But as you have earlier heard, the netminder as well for the Gambia Dutch line side is doing extremely well for his side. Not once, not twice. We have seen him doing this on occasions in the game, and then trying to make it so whenever Matar Job, Molamin Maron, and of course Usman Sidi get rid of his defenders. He quickly comes off his line and then save his side from conceding any further goal here. And Cho sends a long ball there towards the run of Ali, but the netminder comes off his line on time and handles that. Moving forward this time, a header comes in, player goes to the ground, it is a foul. And any moment from now, the officials of the game will put an end, and that's the final whistle here for the first half. It remains Game Busumba Dotland nil, Jam City 1. Welcome back to the second half proceedings of the West Coast Regions Football Association Start Division semi-final. Of course, our team. There is the two semi-finalists here. There is the Busumbala Dodgeland side who are currently hosting the Jam City FC. And then whichever team wins this will of course face Use who have won against Kungujam Friends yesterday who at Faraba by a lone goal to nil. And then currently this particular game is currently on a similar scoreline. Will this particular game as well ends with that scoreline remains the question here. But Jam City will continue to maneuver their way so that they can play goes to the ground. But nothing says the center referee as Job was trying to make his way there, Matar, but he goes to the ground, but the center referee wasn't interested in that. As I was earlier saying, the first semi-final ended in a 1-0 scoreline in favor of Use, who eliminated Kungujam Friends by that scoreline. Rather, and now here it is Jam City that are currently leading the line here, winning by a lone goal 2-0. But they in the first half, and then the second half has just started here. We are currently in the 3rd minute of the second half, and still it is the goal from the team captain. Of course, Abuba Giba that is currently separating these two sides here after Abuba has been brilliantly set up by, of course, one of their best players in the game, Usman Saidi. And Bojan Tons plays the ball back to the team captain as he aims for Mohamed Jata. But Dutch Lions from Busumbala clears their line and is a throw in quickly taken there. Usman Bojang disposes. Dutch Lions moving, but that was a great defending there from Jalo, one of the central defenders for the Jam City side. The team captain Mulamin sends a long ball there, but now headed away yet again by Fode this time. And then Nicola trying to connect the run of Ali Sise, but the ball rolls over the touch and quickly taken there. Busumbala Dutch Lions moving forward, trying to get themselves to a parity before the halftime, before the regulation time ends here, while Jamanjeli continue rather to find themselves or prevent their opponents from scoring and then eventually qualifying themselves to the final. Moving forward, that was a great build-up play there, but a well defensive work there from Mohamed Jata, who goes to the ground. It's a great a very energetic, hard-working right fullback for the Jam City side. And Bubakar is currently grounded, and the team captain will take charge of the delivery of this free kick. Buba Giba prepares to take. Buba sends a long ball towards Ali, who heads the ball down, but no one was there to connect to the ball. As Dutch Lions quickly taking the free kick, player goes to the ground, nothing, but a foul is being awarded here to Busumbala Dutch Lions. Places the ball now, and it is going to be delivered by Gassama, who places the ball back to his defensive partner. Moving forward again, but no one was there, and Sekunjai comes off his line to handle that ball. Sekunjai looks up, trying to look for options to play the ball, sends a long and a high one around the dividing line. Ali trying to get the ball down, but the first touch wasn't a good one as Dutch Lions regain position, but this time Mohammed regains the position for Jam City, but already it was already an offside. And now Gabriel Jaite receives the ball, trying to connect the run of the team captain Molamin Cisse in the far end. Molamin Cisse doing, or they have been dispossessed there. Player goes to the ground. This time Fode wins a foul for Jam City as they continue to see the rest of this game here with, of course, the lead. If not adding their advantage, but also they would want to stay, or they would want to continue leading the game throughout this particular game, or throughout the regulation time, as Sekunjai launches a long and a high one. But header comes in from the Dutch Lion defense line, push from the back. Fode has been penalized. And Dutch Lions captain Cisse Modlamin places the ball inside the center circle. Now Matar yet again, dribble past his marker, does well, places the ball to the run of the net Mohammed. Now Modlamin Maron receives the ball, places the ball back to the team captain. Of course, Giba connects Jalo, one of the central defenders, who launches a long ball there. But this time, header comes in from Bojang Usman when he's been penalized. And then this time, Jalo connects the run of his fullback there for the Busumbala Dutch Lions side, who are still working very hard to get themselves to a parity, while Jam City continues to work hard as they seek to defend their opponent from. And Mohammed Jatta goes to the ground, and it is going to be a yellow card to the Dutch Lions Sana Njai, who has been penalized for a high boot as he stamped on the Jam City's fullback as he was trying to clear the ball out. Receives the ball now. Cho places the ball short, trying to dribble past his marker, goes to the ground, and it is going to be a yellow card to the team captain Buba Giba. And two of the players from the Jam City end are currently warming up here. Then we'll see who amongst these players will be introduced to also take part in the game before the final whistle is blown. And free kick at a very, very impressive set piece position for the Gambia Dutch, for the Busumbala Dutch rather side. And the team captain places the ball, Molamin Cisse, as he prepares to take charge of the delivery of this particular free kick. Jam City regroups, and a two-man wall is being placed here by the netminder Sekunjai. The captain Molamin Cisse prepares to take, green light given, sends a long ball there, but it's been headed out there by Usman Bojang, one of the central midfielders for the Jam City side. It's a throw in, quickly taken there, but foul there. Dutch line has been penalized as Gabriel Jaite has been penalized for a foul on the Jam City player. Sekunjai places the ball down, but the team captain is currently nose in a pain And the game remains 1-0 in favor of Jam City. The team captain is currently being escorted out. It's been, say, the tempo of the second half compared to that of the first half. It's been slower. As already the leading side are not in a haste to take any decision here. They would want to make sure in the entire second half whatever decision they will be making here goes in their favor. City is currently grounded here and foul has been awarded in favor of Mohamed Mulamin Marong, who tries to get his piece past the defender, and then he was obstructed or pulled back by the defensive player in the far end, and then the center referee penalizes him. But currently it is Usman Sidi who is currently on the ground. The center referee checked on him. He's okay now to continue taking charge or taking part in the game. For the David Kabia will be executing that free kick for Jam City as he prepares to take green light given by the central referee. Fode sends a good ball there. It bounces, but it eludes everybody. Dutch Lions now will clear their line as they continue to work defensively to continue denying their opponents from getting themselves to a parity. Captain Giba heads the ball back to the netminder Sekunjai, who places the ball, sends along on a high one towards the run of Ali, and then Molamin now connect Usman Sedi in the fire and around the 18-yard area. Usman places the ball, good ball to Ali, but the netminder yet again saves his side. This was what we were saying in the first half. The netminder has been doing very, very well for the Gambian Dutch Lions here. And you see, whenever this threat is going forward between Molamin Marong and, of course, Usman, Sedi and Matad is always very, very difficult for the Gambian Dutch Lions side to deal with them. And then when Ali is added to that, that becomes a very, very difficult challenge for their opponent. And yet again, Jam City coming very close, but this time the netminder, also knowing that my hands could not do me a favor here, he tries to use his legs and then prevent Jam City from scoring the second goal.
Yes, that is it. Netminder, every part of your body is allowed to play in the game. And of course, looking at Kambi is one of the best you can have in the Gambian Start Division League. He is very, very much experienced when it comes to what he does in the pitch. And of course, also looking at Jam City, I said this earlier on, that whenever they are attacking, the number that they do normally use is always a problem. They attack with four. Mostly four of their players always fill the box. That is Usman Dadesi, Pa Ali Cisse, Mohamed Lamin Marong, and of course Matar, who is now added on them. So this is a very, very dangerous threat. And I'm telling you this, Pa Ali Cisse, whenever he gathers his ball, it's impossible that you beat him. Like you cannot easily get the access of the ball when it is with Pa Ali Cisse. Pa Ali Cisse is always that player who loves physicality, using his physicality even when playing. So that is why it is always difficult. It is always very, very difficult that a player overpower Pa Ali Cisse when it comes to those. Whenever he guard up his ball, he can easily pass at any angle that he wants. He can switch off football from any area of the pitch that he wants to. And Jamanjeli understands that. This is why they will always want to drop it on his feet after getting to know that whenever a ball lays on his feet, you cannot get the access of that ball if you don't foul Pa Ali Cisse. And that is what he normally does. When he keeps the ball, he uses his physicalities over you. And then battle over that ball and then wins it once more time. But so far, the Dutch Lions side also are doing amazingly well, trying to bring the game into parity, chasing all they can do, defending it well, even in all angles. It's also an amazing thing. Both sides are definitely hungry for this victory. And it's a victory that definitely must go for one. So if Dutch Lions definitely want to go continue fighting for this league this year, they must definitely do good. They must definitely fight to bring a goal within this 45 minutes of the second half left. If not, they are definitely going to surrender the maximum 3 points to Dutch Lions, to Jam City rather, that they are definitely going to celebrate in this afternoon. So it's not going to be easy like that. And it's an end-to-end counter here, end-to-end fight from both sides, from both areas. They definitely all want to do utmost best to get their Kemokan.
Very well, Hassan. As you have heard from him, both sides will want to do their best to celebrate the victory of the day. And then by celebrating that, they will of course be taking part in the finals against the Desert sides to actually become champions of the third division for the West Coast Regions Football Association. And any moment from now, we are going to see a substitution here to be made by the head coach of the Jambanjeli United or Jam City side. That is, of course, Ibrahim Abba. I see Jam City trying to move forward this time. And moving forward, it is now the Gambian Dutch Lions side. Sorry, Busumbara Dutch Lions trying to dribble past the team captain Cho Buba Jallo. Buba Gibarada wins a foul there. And it is going to be a substitution here. Mohamed Banora will be introduced. And Pa Ali Cisse is making way. But Mohamed Banora is also a very, very pacey player. And now I believe it is going to be, the forward is going to be led by two players, Mohamed Lamin Marong and Mohamed Banora. He is also a very, very pacey striker for Jam City. And then we'll see what his pace will help this Jam City side in trying to achieve what they want to achieve in this game. Because he has also played very well in the other game that they found themselves qualified to this particular level. And we'll see what Banora, the presence of Banora, will add up to the attacking front here. And then moving forward this time, it is Usman Sedi who chested the ball down. Beautiful force touch, trying to maneuver his way past two players. Yes, he does well. He's still back on his feet. Usman Sedi still moving forward. Past another player, Usman dribbling past three more players here. And then this time, it's a handball here. And Usman Bojang is being penalized for handling the ball. As Jam City continues to defend, this time Mohamed Jata, beautifully torn there by him. A hard-working right fullback for Jam City. Connects Fode in the far end, and Molamin Maron drops deep this time. He's going to be playing in the organizer role instead of a central striker, as Banora has been introduced, who is going to be now the lone striker for them, because Molamin Maron can hold the ball, create chances for his for his teammates. Then he is now handed that role here, an attacking midfielder role, to be playing the ball for the central striker, that is Banora, and of course Usman Sedi in the far end, and so as the young player Matar Job. But certainly we are also going to see two more fresh legs for the Gambian Dutch Lions sides. So they will be introducing the Alassane Drame will be introduced. Alassane Drame will be introduced. And of course, Kebanjai is also going to be one of the players to be taking part in the game. And out is of course the number 16 and 20. Of course it is Lamin Sanyang makes way, or is being substituted, so as Lamin Sisi is also being substituted here. And Hassan, you were trying to, share your observations in the game.
Yeah, it's already a tense moment for Busumbala Deutschland, and of course they need to be definitely inputting anything possible just to bring this game for a goal for their side to keep the game into lifetimes. But they need to be very much watchful. And looking at Lamin Sanyang, the number 16, who have been sub off this game, was one of those excellent players who were definitely doing it well for his side, who were definitely among those players that can definitely keep the ball and dribble past his marker. And now he's been sub up. But they are trying to strengthen in their side in form of attacking than in a form of using the defensive way. And Jam City also have already get off Pa Ali Cisse, who was one of those midfielders who can keep the ball in his feet and then trying to delay the football. And of course, when you are winning as a team, you need those players that when they keep the ball, they can easily delay the football for you. They can easily delay the game for you. And now what you will see is, after the introduction of Banora, they are now going to bring Mohamed Lamin Marong as the supporting striker. And now this guy would be the permanent point striker. And Lamin Marong is very good on the attacking than he does in the defensive area. Talking about comparing him to Pa Ali Cisse. So I think the head coach, the gaffer, should have been very, very much watchful on how well he is trying to strengthen in his defense line, and absolutely well. He have Lamin Jata, who is one of his best defenders. He's very, very fast. Whenever he keeps the ball, he can easily also pass. He has a very, very great side. Losing this game would definitely be a very, very loss for him, because he already started dominating the game from the earlier 15 minutes of this afternoon here, and now it is already around 50 to 60 minutes of played in the clock. So he shouldn't definitely do those tactical formation changes that will definitely cause a howler for his side. Kemo Kany.
Yes, thank you, Hassan. As Dutch Lions now in the far end. Sends a long ball inside the 18-yard area. Header comes in, but Matar clears his line, and now Molamin will chase. Wins the ball again. This time it is Nicola Giba who tries to connect Usman Sedi there. Usman collects the ball there, trying to cut his way inside the 18-yard area. Connects Banora, but Banora could not stay on his feet, and then Dutch Lions clears their line. This time again it is Giba who clears his line. Dutch Line regains possession now. Fode trying to stop the ball there from body net minder. Sekunjai comes off his line, well aware of the position of his defenders and also the pace of the ball. Comes off his line and then handles the ball. He sends a low ball there across the midfield, but it's been collected here by the Gambian Dutch Line, Busumbala Dutch Line side rather. And the team captain plays the ball to one of his central defenders in the far end, and now Dutch Lions continues to surge forward as Jam City seeks to defend against them. That was a well-defended ball there, this time by Boubacar Jallo. Lions, or Busumbala Dutch Lions wins a throw-in. Moving forward, plays the ball around the 18-yard area. Who comes there? The newly substitute there, but Cho, the team captain, clears his line for Jam City. And now quickly taking here the Busumbala Dutch Lions and Banora places the ball to Molamin, who turns, connects Matar Joe. Matar surging forward. Let's see who he connects. Matar, an option is there from trying to connect the run of Molamin Maron there, but it's been headed out. And now this time, yes, wins the ball once more. Matar trying to connect the run of Banora now. Mohamed Banora and Molamin Marong is inside the area, but the pass could not rush him as Dutch Lions. Gassama breaks that ball and now trying to clear his line, but Sekunjai, as always, very much aware of the pace of the ball, comes off his line, handles that ball, and now Bojang receives the ball, turns beautifully, places the ball to Matar, and now Banora receives the pass from Matar now. Banora going forward. He receives the help from Mohamed Jata now, who turns, dribbles past his marker. Very tricky fullback for the Jam City side. Turns again. Jata plays the ball to Usman Bojang now. Bojang plays the ball back to Mohamed Jata, and Jata places the ball back to Sekou Jai. The netminder is involved. Now to Bubakar Jallo, who places the ball to Usman Sedi Tons. Now it is Fode. Connects the run of Molamin Maron there. He has Banora and also Matar running there, but the defender and also the Molamin Sise, the team captain for the Busumbala Dutch Lions side, does a very good job. And then this time it is Matar. Now what can he do here? Can this be? He could have driven the ball there and then trying to make his way out, but that was a good chance for him. And then, but eventually he was not able to place the ball well for his side to take the lead here. And shortly we are going to see a substitution from the Busumbala Dutch Lions side, and Ibrahima Baisonko will be introduced soon to also take part in the game, as we have already played 26 minutes in the second half. Already 71 minutes on the clock, and Dutch Lions have 19 minutes to put themselves to a parity. And Jam City as well are still banging on the same timing here to actually stay onto the lead here and then eventually celebrate the win. And currently it is, we have two players that are currently receiving medical treatment here, and any moment from now the center referee or both players are walking off the pitch. It is of course Molamin Marong for Jam City. Two players to be introduced by the Gambian Dutch Lions, by the Busumbala Dutch Lions rather. And it is Ibrahima Bayo Sonko, and of course Lamin Sano will also be playing their trade here before this final whistle is blown here. Let's see what their substitutions will affect in the positive aim of Jam City here. And now Usman Sedi around the 18-yard or inside the 18-yard area goes alone, trying to cross the ball low again. Kambi comes to the aid of his side once more. He has been fantastic. The netminder Nuha Kambi for the Gambian Dutch Lions side. This is what I was saying. Whenever Usman is going forward, whenever Matar is going forward, whenever Modlamin is going forward, it was always very difficult for the defense line of the Dutch Lions to deal with their threat. But we have seen Nuha Kambi coming, stepping onto his responsibility time and time again, saving his side or preventing their opponent from getting themselves any further goal into the game. He has been very instrumental for the Busumbala Dutch Lions side. Otherwise, we would have seen Usman or Nuha or Usman or Matar or Mulamin Marong doing the needful for the Jam City side here, but he continues to deny them.
Yes, Kemo, Nuha Kambi is one of the best goalkeepers you can have in the GFF 3rd Division League. It's always difficult to beat him. Even when you beat his back line, it's always difficult to beat him and always getting there by time. I think he's one of those players that keep these results until now. He has saved great chances, great balls from the Jam City side, and of course you could definitely see that. And some other how you will see some other injuries, and of course that's a goal for the ground. Yes, Kemo, it is back in level terms, and of course the substitution have effectively worked for them. Have greatly worked for them. Everybody would definitely want to celebrate this victory. It tears out in moments for Jam City, Kemo Kanyi. Jam City have definitely squandered a huge opportunity for them, letting these people to equalize at this moment. And of course you could definitely feel that they are gathered in here, the larger number of crowd here, and of course it will be now be very difficult. But they have to have one of their defenders who is already nursing a pain. It looks to be a player that might live the pitch. But when he's not okay, it's going to be a problem for Deutschland side here. Now it is 1-1 here, and of course Deutschland have break the game into parity, letting Jam City to struggle for another victory if possible for this afternoon, or going for a post-match penalty so that game of Kany.
Well, half an hour played in the second half. It is Kebanjai, one of the latest substitutes for the Busumbala Deutschland side, has put his side to the parity here. After what will be described as an avoidable error by the defense line of the Jam City side, who struggled to clear their line, and Kebanjai capitalized on the error and then puts the ball past the netminder Sekunjai, and it is 1-1 now here. We have played half an hour into the second half now, and it is currently Busumbala Dodge Lions 1, Jam City 1. But it could have been, that goal could have been prevented. An avoidable error there, largely from Mohamed, of course, Mohamed Jata, who tries to clear his line, unaware that two other players were behind him, who were both rather players of the Busumbala Dodge Lions side. And then they play the ball. Eventually, rather, Kebanjai receives the ball and then tiptoed the ball into the back of the net. And it is now 1-1 for in this encounter. A great semi-final in the ACS West Coast Region Football Association Start Division. Of course, between Busumbala Dodge Lions side and Usman Sedi moving forward there, trying to dribble past two players, but he's been blocked there. Let's see what he'll be able to, or how he's going to deal with that. But the player sends the ball towards Molamin Marong, but Marong could not get the ball, and Keba still chases, this time again trying to bring the ball down, but against one of the experienced defenders for the Jam City side, who is of course the team captain. Buba Giba goes to the ground, and it's a foul awarded to the Jam City side. It remains 1-1 between the two, and now the tempo of the game has changed eventually. I mean, the whole dynamic has now been changed. It is either one of the sides here must score. If both have failed to score now, the game must be decided from a post-match shootout. And thereafter, we will see which of the sides here will be going home with this victory here. And goes to the ground, Mohamed Jata. A great fight from him. A hard-working fullback for the Jam City side. Quickly taking, plays the ball to Buba Giba. Giba connects for the David Kabia. David Kabia places the ball back to Giba again. And Giba places the ball to Usman Bojang. Bojang connects, or trying to connect Mohamed Jata. Player goes to the ground. Nothing is given here. Molamin Marong receives the ball. And the goal scorer Kebanjai will be penalized. He's been penalized for a foul on Matar Job, one of the youngest players for the Jam City side and one of their best players of the day. Of course, together with his fellow youngster, Usman Sedi, who plays in the other flanks there. Also creating a lot of nightmares for the Busumbala Dutch Lions defense. And Mohamed Lamin Marang is also doing a great deal of work here. And now Banora has been introduced here to lead the line for the Jam City side. Let's see. Yes, Hassan.
Yes, looking at what's happening here at the moment, the game is already been tense after Deutschland coming from the back to equalize that goal. And of course, they need to be very much watchful. When you score already, the joy of goal scoring is already in you. Your ballers are already eager of and getting angry of why definitely they are celebrating their goal, keeping on it. It's already a problem. they need to be very much mindful of not conceding many cards. The more you take cards, the more you are definitely disturbing your side. Mourinho will tell you, when it is necessary, take one for the team. But when it is not necessary, stay away from taking it at any sport you could. Definitely. And looking at Mohamed Baji, one of the most outstanding players, we talked about him the earlier on. And he is the one that definitely lead to that goal scoring. As a defender, what you should definitely think of first is how to defend. Not how definitely you should try to attack or dribble. And that is what definitely lead to that goal scoring. That is what definitely lead to that score. He was more of trying to play beautiful football than trying just to defend his goal line. So he should definitely be very, very much mindful on how much his dribbling at the back line came. Defending is not only about dribbling, or it's all about clearing your line, being at the safety zone, trying to use your tactical save ways to defend that well. So he's already turning. His turns are already causing a problem. They already lead to a goal. He should be very much watchful of that. The attacking force for Deutschland is been rebuilt with fresh leg already. Everybody is hungry after scoring a goal. They are already motivated. He should be very much mindful for that game of fight.
Very well. The center referee Aliou Kamara has given a foul to, or has awarded a foul to the Busumbala Dutch Lions side, and he's currently giving some words of advice to the youngster Matar Job and his fellow officials in the game. Of course, the first assistant, who is Kaniman Kamara, and the second assistant in the far end is of course no one but Hari Jallo. And then the reserve referee here is Modu T. Sheka, while Gibu Sar is the assessor for the referees in this game. Sends a long ball there, but Banora could not get the ball. As the Lions now, coach Babukar Foon is leading the line for the Gambia Dutch Lions, while Ibrahim Abba is on the dugout for the Jam City side. Header comes in there, and Fode receives the ball now. Moving forward, turns beautifully there this time. Moving forward, trying to connect Banora. Banora collects the ball inside the area. Cross comes in, palmed away again by Nuha. And then Jam City continues here this time. The number 10 Molamin Maron now powered the ball, but it's been blocked there. Another chance here for Jam City, coming very close, but it's been cleared off there by the Dutch Lions defense. Another new fresh leg Modu has been introduced for Jam City. Moving forward, this time he receives the ball, but this time a great fight there. But Dutch Lions moving forward this time. It is, of course, against the defender here. He takes that kick, but off the post. A mindful defending there from Buba Jallo, otherwise he would have been beaten. And then, but he takes his time, making sure that he disturbs the player before launching that shot. And eventually, the shot from the Busumbala Dutch Lions side. Oh, player. Now this time it is Molamin inside the area. The newly introduced number, and Molamin has given Jam City the lead into the game here. A well-worked ball there. And into the 85th minute. Already it is Jam City 2 and Busumbala Dutch Lions 1. Jam City needs 5 minutes here now to go home with this particular win here. Can they stay under this lead here in throughout these 5 minutes here that is left to be played here, plus any other additional time that will be added here, remains the question here. But it's a great run from the newly introduced Mamadou Mbalo, who made a very good run in the far end, setting up Molamin Marong, who tapped the ball home, and it remains, and it is now 2-1 in favor of Jam City. And on the verge of making their way to the final, and eventually fighting from that particular end to win this year's West Coast Region Football Association Start Division League, and then fighting their way through the triangulation, then making their way as well to the second division. Let's see what happens here moving forward. Jam City defends very well now through Lamin Marong there, but foul has been awarded here. As you can see, the whole technical bench for Jam City isn't happy with the decision here that has been given by the central referee Aliu Kamara, but nonetheless they will decide what foul to be given here and what not to be given. As the game continues here, Lamin Marong has put his side to the lead here always. He is one of the players that they continue to rely on, and one of the players that they know can come to their aid whenever they need that change in the game. And Lamin Marong has stepped up to his responsibility, giving his side the lead in the game. Currently it is 2-1 in favor of the Jam City side. We have played 41 minutes already in the second half, and 86 minutes already in the entire game. 4 minutes for Jam City to stay onto the lead, and 4 minutes for their opponents to fight back and then put themselves to a parity. Hassan.
Of course, a serious moment for Busumbala Dutch Lion after getting to be aware that in the regulation time we have only 3 minutes left. And of course, if they cannot score within these 3 minutes or 5 minutes, the question will be how many minutes will be added. We definitely lead them to be in the bye-bye to this league, which I know is not their plan, which I know is not their target for this afternoon here today. But this is something that definitely I will question their head coach. When you score, you bring a game into parity. Your boys are already motivated. Your boys are already hungry for another goal. They should be very much cautious on how much well they will want to defend. Not all the time attacking. Relax and then get yourself recompose and click to the game better than you were doing. Then you come for another goal. You cannot force this. This is football for you. And of course that was what they were trying to use. And Mohamed Lamin Marong and his colleagues on the top front used that pace, open gap in their defending line to capitalize to make it 2-1 for Jam City. Dutchland has a lot of tasks to fight for in these last minutes of the game. It is over for them, or else only if they can score in this last minute of this game, which I am definitely not expecting. How definitely this defense line for these people are definitely well organized. You could definitely see the back line for Gambia Dutchland is already open. It's already a space for Mohamed Lamin Marong to penetrate. So they should definitely be very much cautious on how well they are trying to defend their back line, and then also how well now they have two tasks. You have to defend not to be added a goal, and you have to fight for the remaining minutes to score. And it looks to be Jam City are trying just to strengthen in their back line. How much better they could definitely do using their defending tactical formation. Let them not forget also, it is a football game. It is not over until when it is over. When you get in your specialist in the penalty shootout, if this game happens to end draw, you are now forced to the post-match penalty shootout. You have no option. Then you have to definitely struggle for another tax. That will be definitely the post-match penalty shootout. Offside for that.
And Barlow has been caught offside, and it is going to be Pamodu Sise, who of course takes the place of the goal scorer Lamin Marong. The game, Pamodu will be coming to add more energy in the defensive line of the Jambanjeli United side or Jam City side. Already into the 45th minute here, or into the 90th minute here, Pamodu Sise will be playing in the heart of the defense for Jam City, trying to continue the fight here and then eventually go home with the victory, where they will be playing in the finals of this year's West Coast Region Football Association Start Division against these youths, of course, who were able to qualify themselves to the final after a 1-0 win over one of the best sides as well. There is the Kungujang Friends side. And Jam City continues to defend here. The number 9 will chase, goes to the ground, nothing is given there. And Pamodu Cisse clears his line. Now towards Banora now. 5 minutes of additional time here to be played. Banora moving forward. Banora goes to the ground. And then the team captain, Modu Lamin Cisse, is penalized for a foul, and he's been cautioned. He's been awarded a yellow card here, or been penalized for a yellow. That was a painful foul here on Mohamed Banora. He's spacey up front. He can disturb any defense line. I believe it is an important foul from the team captain. He understands the danger that Banora is going to give to their back line if he is not brought down.
He was having 2 of his colleagues trying to support him 3 against 1. He should have definitely not to go for a foul like that. That would definitely delay the time. You know, Jam City are already leading and it's already in the final minutes of this game. Time have already aged for them. So they will want to use any moment to wind down the clock. So you as a captain, you should be very much mature enough to be able to regulate yourself in not to cause such a foul like that. You could easily pick up football from Banora and then continue from your side to case on a goal.
Yes, very well. That is the opinion from the colleague and a co-commentator here, Hassan. And 5 minutes has just been added here for both sides to actually do the needful for their team, for themselves, but of course for their supporters who have traveled all the way from either Jambanjeli and the surrounding or from the Busumbala end. A powerful one there, Pamodu Cisse, but the netminder Nuha Kambi allows the ball to roll over the touch as he places the ball down now. He prepares to take the long shot, sends along on a high one there, but already it has crossed the line there, and it is now a throw into Jam City. 40 takes the throw, player goes to the ground. Banora, it's a foul. He's been awarded a free kick there, and Banora is currently still on the ground as the center referee calls on the player who hit the ball on him as he was grounded there, and trying to telling him to quickly get back to his feet and eventually doing the needful for themselves. Already 3 minutes have been played into the additional 5 minutes that have been added here, and Mohamed Jadat trying to receive the ball, clears his line there, and it's a throw in. And moving forward, it is Dutch Lion sends a long ball there, but the netminder Sekou comes off his line and then catches that ball easily as he prepares to launch a long ball there, sends along on a high one there, trying to connect the run of Mbalo in the far end. Dutch Lions continue rather to pile a pressure on their opponent. This time the goal scorer Njai Keba places the ball back to Gassama, who tries to connect the run of his player in the 18-yard area, but Usman trying to clear his line, and it is now Nicola who brings the ball down. Now Jata moving forward. Jata is having an option there. Let's see what he'll be able to do here. Mohamed Jata goes to the ground, nothing is awarded here. Moving forward yet again, clears their line. And the player goes to the ground, but Nicola isn't happy with that as Mbalo is currently grounded. He made his way out of the pitch. Doesn't want to waste any time. Goes solo, the central defender. And now, any moment from now, the central referee and his team will put an end to the proceedings here. Already in the dead end of the additional time here, Already we have played the unless the minimum time that has been added here, and Nicola brings the ball down. Pamodu clashes line. Banora is there to chase against the team captain for the Dutchland side. He slips. Banora collects the ball to Mohamed Jata now. Jata trying to connect the run of Mbalo in the far end, but it's been blocked. And Nicola brings the ball down. Turns beautifully. Brings the ball to, and that's the final whistle here. And Jambanjeli have made their way to the West Coast Region Football Association 3rd Division final after a hard-fought win against one of the best sides as well in the league, that is the Busumbala Dutchland side. It is 2-1. It has ended here, and it has been myself, Kemo Kanya, and of course Hassan on the commentary cabin, while Usman has been giving you the beautiful footages that you receive, that you were receiving from the Boxbar Mini Stadium here. And it has ended 2-1 in favor of Jam City. Yes, Coach Bar, congratulations first. It has been a very, very hard-fought game here. I mean, against this particular, Gambia, Busumbara Dutchland side here. What has been your reaction so far after this particular game?
Yeah, anyway, definitely we already know that at the end we're going to win the game, no matter what, because we already prepared for this game. Because our first game we are not prepared. We opened with the game with them, and then they defeated us 1-0, but tactically we have to work hard so that we win them this game. No matter what, we know that we're going to win them. Because we see that first game, the team we lost 9 players from the starting 11, so we were building the team, and then to have that structure took us time. But you see now at the end of the season, we know that we're going to be at the top. Definitely we know we're going to win the game.
Yes, now that you will be facing, these are used in the final, and then eventually trying to make your way to win the, league, and then eventually pushing your way back to the 2nd division. How is Jam City going to prepare against these are used, and then eventually winning that game to make your way to the final?
Definitely, that's one slogan, Isakeno. That's why Isakeno, and we believe that's the belief we have. That's the mentality right now, that we're going back to 2nd division no matter what. So I know it's going to be a tougher game. We never played with them, so definitely we know it's going to take us. We have to go tactically. We have to train very hard anyway. So to win the final, because this is a team which have a very good experienced players. I watched their game, their semi-final game. That's the reason why I came to watch their game, so that at least we know when we proceed to the final how we can play with them. That's the reason why that we come to watch their game on that last semi-final.
Yes, you were leading by a lone goal to nil, and then you withdrew Ali, who has been doing a fantastic job in the hearts of the midfield, trying to connect your upfront players. You bring in Banora, who is also very pacey, and then opted Maroon to go deep, collect the ball, and then trying to feed, Matar and of course Osman Sedi, who are of course very, very magnificent for you in this entire game. How was your feeling when you were put to a level and at that time at the one-all score line here? How did you feel after Ali was substituted, and then you have Maron to do the job?
Yeah, anyway, I know Ali is a 10 player, Maron also is a 10 player, but Banora is a deadly striker, and he is the top goal scorer of the team. It's because of injury, that's why he's sitting on the bench. But bringing him, I know Ali is down, he's losing a lot of balls, so I needed somebody who can come and keep the ball up front there. And Banora is always good on that. You see how many fouls he won. He won many fouls. So that's the reason why we bring Banora. Because our quarterfinal game, that's the same changes we bring, and then we see the results. So that's the reason also today. I was surprised. I know the fans were angry about Ali, but I know what I want. The player I'm bringing is more deadly scoring goals than the player I'm getting out. So I know it. Anyway.
Now, finally, what would you have for your fans, and then the fans the supporters that travel from home to watch your games, and also what would you give to your players?
Anyway, slowly but surely. But I know, starting of the season, the fans, nobody trusts us, nobody comes out the training ground, nobody cheers us anyway. But today, alhamdulillah, the fans come here, and we take that as a responsibility. We cannot come up to Brikama here and then we make our fans angry. That's the reason why we are playing for the fans. That's the badge we are defending. We want to take this team back to the second division. That's where they belong to. So that's our projects in Sakeno and Mbakela, inshallah, by the sake of Allah. Anyway.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim Ba, and then congratulations for getting your way to the final.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sise. Thank you.